So this little turd here kept my husband and I up till 4:15 in the morning last night, even though he was born at 6 o'clock p.m. because he just could not latch on to mom to nurse. And he was really trying, but he just could not get it. And this is a first-time mom, and she's 11 years old. And let me tell you, she was absolutely incredible, amazing, cooperative. Like, I was absolutely shocked. So anywho, we have to test his blood to see and make sure that he got everything that he needs from his mom's milk, because horses have to get their mom's colostrum within the first 12 to 24 hours, but ideally they get it as soon as possible. And so he started nursing consistently around 9 hours. So I am super, super scared as to what this test is going to show. Because if it does not show the results that we want it to show, which I'll show you what that is, then we're going to be doing a plasma transfusion tonight. And if we have to do it, we will absolutely do it. But we just don't want to do it because he doesn't want to have to do it, because he has to lay still and be sedated and everything, get a catheter put in and all that stuff. And he doesn't want to do that. He just wants to be a normal baby. And that's what we want him to do as well. So let me show you what this test is all about. Okay, so we already drew the blood on him, which I did not show you guys that, but I'll show you that next time. But we have the snap device. Looks like that. And then here we have the different parts, which I'll show you as we use them. But basically, what we're going to do is we take this loop. You see how it's a little loop? And we want to make sure the blood is good and mixed up, so I'm inverting it a bunch of times. And then I take it off, the cap off, and I'm going to use just a little bit that's right here on the cap, because that's all I need is just this little tiny loop. And so I'm just going to dab it on that side and then dab it on this side. So that is what it should look like. So I'm going to pop this back on here, and then for this, which I should have had open before, but I'll pop that off there. And then the blood here is going to go in here, and I'm going to mix it up and just make sure that all the blood is off there. Okay, then we're done with that loop. I'm just going to set this down right here. Now we're going to use this loop, which there's no difference between them. It's just a matter of that loop now has fluid on it, so we can't use it because it's such a tiny, tiny amount that it's affected by even the tiniest little amount that shouldn't be on there. Okay, dab right there, right there. I like this out a little better. It's probably hard for you guys to see what I'm talking about, but you get the gist of it. So there, now you can see that the loop is full. So pop that back on, put it in here. And then I'm just going to close it up by popping this on here, going like that, and then I'm going to invert it a whole bunch of times. But okay, so I'm going to dispose of a whole bunch of drops, and the purpose of that is to make sure that when we go to do it, we get in a full drop in there. And I'm going to drop it right on that center blue dot. And it has to cover the blue dot entirely. Okay, so that's what it should look like. And then this is the conjugate. So this doesn't really matter so much if you mix it up, but we're going to use the whole thing. So I'm going to take this off here. And then we're going to dump the whole thing in there. And then as that gets sucked up, I'm spinning around here because I'm right-handed, you're going to see it come down here in the window. And as soon as I can see it in this little circle window down here is when I'm going to snap this down. And snap. Oh, okay. Now 7 minutes. 26 seconds left. And 1-0. Whoop. Okay. There's the truth. So this is good. This is exactly what we want to see. So what we need to see is this bottom circle needs to be the darkest blue. This top right one needs to be the second darkest. And the top left needs to be the lightest blue. So I can see that in person. I don't know if it conveys on camera, but it definitely is that. What that means is that his IgG level is greater than 800, which tells us that he got everything that he needed from his mama. And that means we are not doing a plasma transfusion tonight. Woohoo!